Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 18. By much slothfulness, the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands, the house droppeth through. Now, I've seen many people start off a business, and then when they attain the height where they started making some amount of money, they became lazy concerning excellence. They began to treat customers anyhow. The values they had that made customers to run after them, they threw them away and began to treat people anyhow. The Bible says, when you get to that point where laziness, slothfulness is called laziness. It's another name for laziness. When you get to that point where laziness has entered your business, where you're no longer concerned about quality of delivery, the Bible says that thing you have started building, that business, will start decaying, start coming down. By much slothfulness. When you get to that point where you say, if they want to call 3 people who are topping this business in this town now, I'm number 2. So let me relax. At the point where you relax, people are coming from behind who are reading. They come and overtake you. It has been said that every 3 years, every field of life has new set of knowledge unveiled. Every 3 years. Every 3 years, every field of endeavor in this life has new set of knowledge unveiled. Every 3 years. So the knowledge of that your potential that you have now, that you acquired in 2017, is already outdated. I tell you, it's already outdated. That business you are doing now, you acquired the knowledge of how to do that business 2017. How to do architectural designs using AutoCAD, all those things. The one you learned was 2017. There are newer versions, there are apps that have come up now that have made the work maybe twice easier than what you are doing. You may be left behind. Slothfulness is what makes you feel like, okay, I've arrived. I have enough customers now, so let me relax. I'm very observant. I'm watching in Makurdi here. There is an established pure water company. One of the leading pure water, bottled water companies in this Makurdi. If you call bottled water, maybe they may be the first. Because of where they've arrived, when their van is going on distribution, if you hear the sound of their van and you come out, and you are opening your gate and they are by your gate and passing, if you now call on them because they have crossed the gate, they won't stop again and they will not reverse. Sometimes some people will stop them and then they will say, how much you have there? It says 1,000. We don't have change. They'll drive off. But unknown to them, in this same Makurdi, there are other companies. They will move from house to house and drop their number. Anytime you need pure water, call us. Anytime you need bottled water, call us. Unknown to that first company. It's just a matter of 2 or 3 years. You just discover that their customers have reduced to half. Because people are tired of the shakara. Who has time for shakara? That's what we call slothfulness. Their building is already decaying. And maybe the management doesn't see a need to find a way. You know, those days we used to have companies will put one number at the back of a truck. And then they say, for complaints, call this number. Then they put behind the vehicle, if I am driving roughly, call. All those things, we're not seeing those things again. It's slothfulness. So some of these downline staff are the ones killing market for some of these people now. It's called slothfulness because a diligent and excellent manager will think of how you can get feedback from the people that are selling for you, your marketers. So when you don't know how to put feedback mechanism in place, that one itself is slothfulness. So your building will be decaying. So you are laboring at the top, churning out content. But the people that are supposed to enjoy the content are not enjoying it because the people that you sent to go and market your product are giving you a bad name. That's what is happening to that company. And then the other companies, they will drive and come and stop. And be honing. When we're living before, there was one particular company like that. The mistake my wife made was that she went and told them that they can be coming around. Right? Whenever they just say, we will be needing you from time to time. The first 5 days, they kept coming to house to knock. We said, we have not called you now. Say, pure water, we have come. Second day, pure water, we have come. And my wife said, we will let you know where we... That's how zealous others are coming from behind. To come and displace these ones that are doing young guys who have arrived. Now, I am emphasizing this point because it's a general trend in business. And you can never make enough money. So you see, even the big names, the billionaires, they are still establishing new business conglomerates. They are still trying their hands in new sectors that are bringing money because they need to make more money. But I see believers, just because you had a breakthrough in one small business, you're an employer of labor. Always watch out for slack staff. Like I just gave this example now. If I were the manager of that big bottled water company, I will find a way to get feedback from my customers. How are my staff treating you? When they bring bottled water, when our vehicles come, do they stress you before they sell our water? If you don't have a feedback mechanism of how people perceive your product, this is what's going to happen to you. The slack people in your company are going to bring poverty to your table. You have good followership, but after a while, they will start. It's the same thing even with church and ministry. Every pastor watching me now, you must have a way to receive feedback from your congregation. Not from your pastors, but from your congregation, because sometimes the GO is not aware of how the pastors are misrepresenting him before the congregation. So every GO, every senior pastor must have a way of getting feedback from the church members whom you may not have opportunity to visit in their homes. Find a way of getting feedback to know if their departmental heads, the workers, are properly exemplifying what you believe. If you don't do that, after a while, your church will be reduced and you don't know why. Unknown to you, the people at the top of the ladder, your last or your first step of climbing, the lowest people who are supposed to relate with your church members are misrepresenting you. It happens everywhere. So these secrets we are sharing can be put into practice everywhere, in business, in ministry, and of course, family life. He becometh poor, that they lay with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich.